Dave here with Half Dozen Customs. It's Monte Monday action again. We're out here underneath the Monte Carlo. As you can see, it's really cold out here. I really don't want to be out here, but I gotta get something done on this car. I only get 1 day a week to work on it, so we at least gotta get something done on it. So I'm gonna start cutting out the exhaust on it. At least the tailpipe. It's already disconnected at the catalytic converter. The bolts rotted out or whatnot, or whatever. It rotted out and it came disconnected from the catalytic converter. So I've had it zip tied up for a little while now. But let's just I got the Sawzall here. This exhaust is not going back in, so let's just get to cutting and get rid of it. Make sure you guys ain't gonna get taken out. Okay, so I got that part out. We gotta get the exhaust out. Now I don't know if I'm gonna do this today or maybe later on tonight. We are supposed to be coming into some warm weather here. Hopefully soon. But this rear end and suspension and all that stuff's got to come out next as well. So, like I said, probably not today, but that's going to be coming up here in the next video or two. You know, last week we left off with building that little cover for the floor bracing underneath. I still got to build the other side, which we have the other side already bent up. I just got to get underneath there and you know, make it fit. But a lot of what I'm trying to do here, you know, with cleaning up this floor and whatnot, is a lot of the stuff. I'm sorry, I get space cadeted. A lot of the stuff that I try to get cleaned up on this floor is hidden by this exhaust or covered by this exhaust. So I'm just trying to, you know, let's get this exhaust out of here and cleaned up and get this floor cleaned up. Just looking to see what the hanger situation is here. Come on now. Alright. There goes that. That was just gonna come off of there. I think it must be riveted, part of it. I think I gotta get the whiz wheel over here and cut this yeah, I cut that exhaust clamp right there. That's all that's really holding it up there. Not that we're going to be using that old exhaust clamp, because we're running dual exhaust this time, so I don't think that it's going to get used. but that is entirely up to the exhaust company that does the exhaust on it, because I'm not doing it. Alright, let's go get the airline and the whiz wheel. It is super cold in the shop today. Man, I am just like chilled to the bone. My fingers are killing me. Man. And it's not even like, you know, it's not even that bad. But, you know, we just got out of this cold spell where it was 10 degrees, and with the wind chill it was below zero, and I mean everything is just frozen right now. And I don't have any means of heat at the moment, so it is cold out here. On a good note though, we did leave off last week with doing that floor piece, and we did not have a compressor. We now have a compressor. So that's a good news. I was able to rebuild the pump. It wasn't cheap, but I was able to do it. Trying to decide here whether I should just try to use a sawzall here. So I would think that whoever does the exhaust, they will create their own setup. So so everything, all this exhaust stuff that I just undid, some of it bolts on, so all of it bolt on. Yeah, see, I think there's a bolt right here, so he unbolts. There's probably another bolt somewhere up top there. He unbolts back there. I can see bolts there in the back. So once we get the like shocks and the springs and this rear end out of here, you know, we'll soak everything. You know, I might as well get under here and soak everything now while I'm under here. You know, I think these gas tank straps need to come out. You know, of course, we're running all new fuel lines, all new brake lines, so this stuff needs to come out. Car actually ran on this, but not leaving it by any means. So, you know, we're gonna grind, wire wheel, whatever, and then POR15 everything. I know everything is still in super rough shape underneath here. You know, but if we can get another 20 years out of the car, you know, I'll put new floor in it when I'm 60. So, and if I can't get a new floor, then we'll body drop it. We'll just make our own floor for it, right? Why not? So, but like these things, you know, these things we can get all this brand new, and it's not super super expensive. So, you know, dude, this is what salt in Chicago, you know, does to a car. And it's just bad. bad, bad, bad. Like, I mean, will we even be able to get any of these bolts out of here? We're gonna try. We're gonna try, that's for sure. So, anyways, we got the exhaust out. Other than up at the front where the clear converter is and whatnot, which I'll worry about that when I get up there on that side. You know, we kind of cleaned up this side, and we got up to about where the suspension starts, and that's where the exhaust came and wrapped up through here and went around the back and out. So now I can continue running up this way, cleaning stuff, and you know, basically I'm kind of doing it backwards from how we did it before, but I started in the passenger side over here, and I just kind of worked my way around the car on the inside. So now we're pretty much doing the same thing, just underneath, but I started over here on the driver's side, and we're just going to work our way to the back and around and out the front. So alright, I don't want to waste you guys with stuff, but we're spraying down bolts. I just don't want to get a PB blaster all over you guys. I think this would be nice to have a torch. Tell you what, I do not think that it's going to be fun to pull this rear end out. Nice if we had a lift and a torch. Alright, well, and put PB Blaster on the list. She is empty. Oh, I almost sprayed you guys. Okay, that's it. For real this time, I'm leaving. I think we got everything soaked. Got the exhaust cut out, got all the nuts and bolts for the rear end. Soaked with some PB Blaster. Now we'll let that soak, and next I'll come out here. I do have somewhat of a torch, and we'll come out here. We'll start heating stuff up and start removing stuff. So I'll see you guys then. Bye. Hey, we're back out here on Monte Carlo. I don't know if I warmed up out here at all. I came out here and turned the heat on quite some time ago. Just my little electric heaters, try and warm it up out here a little bit. It was actually warmer in the shop than it was outside, but if for some odd reason it felt colder in here than it did outside. But we left off earlier with spraying some of those nuts and bolts down with some PB Blaster. So I'm gonna get underneath there and see what we can start to break loose, cut. Let's see what we can do. Looks like like I can't even get to that lower shock guy without pulling the tire off. Alright. I guess let's take the wheel off. So I did go in earlier after my little cold fit that I had and went inside to warm up. I went and looked at I forget what they're called. Are they called trailing arms? There's two at the top of the rear end, and then there's two at the bottom of the rear end that run out. They're like, I think they're called trailing arms. So the all four of them replaced. They're only like $230, I think, for all four of them. Not that that's what I was looking to do, but after crawling underneath here and looking at these earlier, like, they are pretty rough. You know, I figured that we would just throw them in the sandblaster and we'd sandblast them up and then paint them, but I don't know if there's a whole lot left. Alright, well, looks like we need a new shock thing. Yeah, that like didn't even attempt to break loose, it just broke. I kind of figured that everything we touch back here is gonna break. You know, I definitely didn't want to break anything, but not really a whole lot. We're gonna need some extensions. Well, now that's just freaking... That's just weird. How have I never noticed that? I have had that set for, geez, probably 10 or 15 years, and just now realizing it doesn't have a 13. It goes from 12 to 14. all that fighting and cussing and swearing, and all I did was get one shock out. This isn't gonna go good. Well, crap balls. Need some new lighters out here. Since I quit smoking, I don't have lighters. So when I removed this gas tank, you know, months ago, I had actually taken these straps down backwards. Actually, there's a bolt up here you're supposed to remove, and then the strap swings down this way. I actually took the swings down. I don't think that's coming off either. Holy cow, I can't believe that came out. Okay, I think we're over to the other shock now. What a pain in my booty. This exhaust mount that's here is like right in the way. let's try this again. I got so much shit's falling in my face. I got stuff in my eyes, and then my eyes started watering, and then it fogged up my glasses, and then I couldn't see. I think the bolt got rounded off or something, that's why I couldn't get it. What do you think? Is it gonna come out, come down? Spring's gonna come out? It's gonna fly out, hit me in the face? By the way, come on. All right. Man, those springs still seem like they're in there damn tight. What the hell else is holding this thing up here? All right, I don't know when you guys shut off, but I did get the springs out. I got both shocks out. I got the springs out. I got the upper trailing arms disconnected from the rear end. They're still attached to the car. I still got the lower ones that I got to do. But I'm thinking before I completely disconnect the rear end from the car to where it's just balanced on the jack, I need to get the emergency brake cables disconnected and the brake lines disconnected. So, well, there's just one brake line, I believe, that comes down near the drive shaft. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna be at right now. I've never pulled these drums off. I do not know if the emergency brake cables work, but we're you know, I hope they work, and I would like to keep them. I have not looked up to see what new ones cost. You know, that may be something that we have to do maybe a little later on down the road, if these are froze up. You know, I guess we'll find out here shortly if I can get them to come apart. I don't even know. Excuse me. I don't even know how easily these drums will come off. They're probably frozen. Probably frozen. They could have grooves in them that are locked up. you know, for those of you who have watched my videos before, maybe you remember me talking about it. For those of you who are new to the channel, you know, I had this car running. I had did like a will it run on it. This was before I'd had a YouTube channel though, so I think there is a small phone video of me getting it running. But as soon as I went to step on the brakes, something popped, and there was no brakes whatsoever. It wasn't leaking anything. So in the pop, I could feel it. It was under the dashboard, so it was up underneath. So I believe that the rod that pushes on the master cylinder, something in there broke or let go. So you know, everything's just frozen and rusted and not in the best of shape. So I'm not expecting these to come off easy. That was the point of my story. I'll be damned. Okay. Go unplug that airline that's driving me nuts leaking. 2 brand new fittings leaking. Brand new. Both ends leaking. Alright, let's see. There ain't much left of these back brake pads. That is for sure. Really got the point of these pliers. Okay, did you guys pay attention to how all that went together or came apart? Who needs rear brakes, right? It's not my first time doing rear drums by any means, but there definitely was. There was one piece that was up top here where there was some kind of hook doohickey up here that had the spring on it, which didn't look, I can't say that I've changed too many like that. It didn't look normal. Hopefully I wasn't in the video the whole time, right? Yeah, you guys are probably my back to it. Good job. Good job, me. surprisingly, the brake line actually came loose. Nothing leaked out of it. Snapped the line, but it actually came out. That one I had to cut. Not that I had to cut it, but it wasn't coming out as easy as the other one because it just didn't want to spin on the line very well. Remember, I said earlier, all new fuel lines, new brake lines, new everything. So, you know, new fuel lines because we kind of need them to go. And stopping is the most important. So, definitely new brakes. Okay, now we gotta go over to the other side, take the brakes apart, get this cable off. I'm gonna take a picture of the other side just to make sure I can put it back together when the new stuff comes. Yeah, not much left to those brake pads either. Like, up at the top here, like, super duper duper thin. Both sides, super thin. All right, maybe I'll take some pictures too. Just saying, maybe video's enough, but I'll take some pictures too. You guys are about to die again. Holy cow, there was a piece in there that kind of looked new. Alright, I think we're going back to the other side because that's where the air is. And then I'll have to come back over here. Almost. Two more bolts and the rear end should be out as long as I didn't miss nothing. I think I got everything other than these 2 bolts. 11/16 is too small, 3/4 is too big. Alright. Back over to that side. Alright, let's move you guys out of the way so you don't get hurt. What a mess. Alright, what you guys think of that mess, huh? Alright, well, I got way more done today than I thought I was gonna get done, so I think that yeah, I'm gonna call it a night here. I'll come out in the morning, I'll clean up the mess. So, but it's cool, I got the rear end out. That is exciting but scary at the same time. Not that I'm scared that the rear end came out. I'm scared about how long it's gonna be before it goes back in. This car is now not movable. And I don't like not having not movable cars. So but we are we're ready to start cleaning under here, I think, for the most part. Still got to pull, this is the exhaust hanger, and there's one over there. We got to pull both those down. I really don't see them being used again. So I'm just gonna get rid of them. We do have to hopefully we can get these out. Hopefully we can get these out. These are what I was saying, like new ones are like $230 for brand new ones. Speedway has a real nice tubular set for I think $300. So it's just, man, just to get this rear end in, it adds up fast. So these, just say I go with the cheap version and I just go with the stock set of these. They're $230 for all four. Then, you know, we're doing a lowering kit on this. So it's just lowering springs, a set of lowering springs front and back are $300, I believe. And air shocks for the rear are $80, which is unbelievable. I remember paying like $30 for air shocks back in the day. I can't believe they're $80 now. So, but anyway, so I want air shocks in the back. so that we can lift up the back a little bit if we want to. I did not look at a price on front shocks. And then to rebuild the rear end, and all new seals and a posi kit in there is $600. So just to put this rear end back in, you know, not only do I have to clean everything up, POR 15 everything, undercoat it all, but I need to spend like $1,300 to get this rear end back in. So that's what I'm scared of. You know, $1,300 to put a rear end in. Yeah, that's just not cool, man. So I have a feeling like we're gonna get everything all cleaned up, undercoated, and then I will just kind of half-assly put the rear end back in so that it can roll around. You know, just put the rear end and the springs back in, just so that we can move it. And that's probably gonna be it for a while. So I mean, I'll let it sit here as long as it, you know, it needs to. But as soon as it's got to move, you know, which, you know, this spot is designated for this, but you know, it was just a few weeks ago we had this car on the other side because we were doing work over here. So you know, you guys haven't got to see that yet. We haven't posted anything about it, but you know, we did some major upgrades on this side of the shop, and we moved the Monte to the other side. So, you know, like I said, it was just a few weeks ago, last month, that this car was on the other side. But we're close. We're close. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Remember, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I'm out.